The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? We are back. We're back with another one. It's your boy, Cousin Ed, Cousin Ed's Corner. I want to say this is a bonus, but I gave you a bonus earlier with, and I can't say bonus with giving you a classic replay, or I say timeless replay. Today is Martin Luther King holiday and his birthday, so both are celebrated on the same day. And I gave a replay of a Martin Luther King show. So if you haven't already heard that show, definitely go and check that show out. It's in the archives, but I'll put it in the show notes also, a link to that show. Definitely his dream has still not come true. And we continue to fight for justice and rights and equality, reparations, and everything else for others and for ourselves. So let's thank him for his life. Thank you for his contributions to society and humanity. But definitely give him ultimate thanks. All right, so Motivational Monday. First, let's stop right here. I always want to say this up front. Like the show, follow the show, subscribe to the show, whatever platform you're on. Definitely do all of that. It's if it's in the top right corner, bottom corner, middle of the page. Hit the like, follow, and subscribe button to the show. Let's continue to increase this community around. Cousin Ed's Corner, and let's grow together. Let's grow. So with all of that out of the way, I want to get into the motivation of today, right? I want to get into the topic of today, and ironically, it is a classic also, right? I'm not gonna replay an old show, but I'm gonna talk about something that stays heavy on my mind and heart. And I've done a couple shows on this, but the title is somewhat similar. The time you can't get back. The time you can't get back. This could be part 1. This could be part 10. I'm not sure. I've done it before, but just I've said lately, right? And I don't want y'all to think it's morbid. Lately, what I've been talking about life changing, right? About getting to the age that we are now. Most of the audience, getting to this age where you start seeing things change. Not within yourself, not only within yourself, but around you. People are getting older. People are retiring. It's so many things going on at this age that we're in. And you start seeing health declines. You start seeing death. So at this stage, and the first time I cut this was over 10 years ago. So I know it's not only the stage, but it started hitting home a little bit more and more at this stage. But at this stage, I just want to talk more about the time you can't get back. These are the days, each and every day is a day where you must spend it to the fullest, right? Spend it to the fullest. Spend it like you had to get rid of it all, right? You had to live it all. I can't remember what movie it was, but Richard Pryor, I think it was, had to spend all his money by a certain time or he wouldn't get the bigger reward, right? If somebody remember what that movie was, send it to me via text or send it to me via DM, what movie that was. But he had like a greater riches coming later on. So let's say he had 50 million coming later, but he had to spend 2 million now. Spend every moment you have is at 2 million because you want the bigger reward later on. Okay? Spend everything you have now. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about life. Live life now to the fullest because you don't know the other side of it. And I say that in this past week, 7 days, I've had 2 people tell me about their father's passing, their dad, their pops passing. And it hits home with the relationship I have with my father and my mother. But my father, because their dad passed, hits home knowing that this time is not promised, right? And it hits home knowing that one day my kids will have to go through it also. So one of my son's teammates' father just passed. I just saw this man a couple weeks ago at a game, living life to the fullest, proud of his son, seeing his son out there, and goes to work one day and doesn't come home. Right? And that's just the true reality behind one day your last breath will be here, right? So go throughout the week and, prayers for that family and get to the weekend. And one of my good buddies, one of my good friends, one of my teammates from college, his father passed away. So I started getting all these texts, giving him condolence, and I had to go figure out what was going on. He didn't tell us. I had to figure out what was going on, and it hit home, man. It hit home just saying that he doesn't have his father anymore. We're the same age. And it hit home. I'm like, man, that day is going to come for myself. It's going to come for all of us. And you want to be able to say you did as much as you could with your father, with your mother, with your loved ones while they were here. You did everything that you could for them. You picked up the phone when they called you. You made calls to them. You wrote them letters. You went to doctor visits with them. Everything you could do, you did with them, right? Because you don't know when that day will come where you can't do that anymore. I've spoken many times on this show about my grandmother and wanting to pick up the phone and call her, right? And can't pick up the phone and call her. Those days will come with each loved one in our life. If we are lucky enough to live, and I say lucky in an odd sense, right? You don't want to be here alone, but if you're lucky enough to live that long, you will experience that. And not being able to pick up the phone and call that person anymore is one reason why I try to document a lot of things that I do now through podcasting, right? So I can have this memory forever. I like to go ahead and record conversations. I like to go ahead and take a lot of pictures because you never know when that day will come when you can't look at that person eye to eye again. You never know when that day will come when that person is no longer here, when you can't pick up the phone and make that phone call. When you can't smell their cooking, when you can't smell their scent, when you can't laugh and joke with them anymore. That day will come for all of us. So as I sat and thought about it, I said, I could let this show go by and not record today, but I wanted this voice. I wanted my voice to be heard today. That we all remember that we wish we and one day we will wish that we had that person here. So as I thought about Dr. King and his birthday, him and my grandmother would be the same age, and I said, I wonder what his family is thinking about that they wish that he can be here. It's the time you cannot get back. You cannot get that time back with the person who's gone. Be sure to spend it to the fullest. Spend it to the fullest. Spend it to the fullest. I got a heavy heart, heavy chest for the two gentlemen I talked about. I have some remorse. I have some, survivor's guilt. When I think about, I still have my father here. EJ, which is my son, but his teammate still has his father. And not that I don't want my father and EJ don't want his father and everybody else, but you kind of feel for your partner, you feel for your boy, you feel for your loved one, you feel for that person. Like, it's hard to say, I know how you feel. All right, fam. That's enough of the soapbox. But no, it's supposed to be motivational, so I'm going to end on some motivation. I'm going to end this upbeat. Live every day to the fullest. Love your loved ones like you love yourself. Do the things you need to do. Continue to be positive. Continue to help others. It's your boy, Cousin Ed. I love each and every one of you. Be sure to share this show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Share the show with 10, 20, 50 people. Just go through your Rolodex. Share the show. All right? I love you. Have a great week. I'll see you on Wednesday, God willing. I mean, I know I'm going to be here. You're going to be here. We all going to be here. We're going to be together. But I'll see you on Wednesday. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin.